Alright guys, we're going to jump right into Entrepreneurship Objective 1.02. In this objective, it covers a lot of things, characteristics or personality traits of entrepreneurs. It covers the disadvantages of becoming an entrepreneur. It identifies reasons that people, decide to choose entrepreneurship as their career. So the objective stated is participate in career planning to enhance job success potential. Your central questions are: what distinguishes an entrepreneur from a small business owner or manager? What are the reasons that people pursue careers as entrepreneurs? What personality traits are associated with successful entrepreneurs? What skills are needed for entrepreneur success? How do we access entrepreneurial potential? What are the risks and disadvantages associated with entrepreneurship? And what are the trends and technological developments in entrepreneurship? So the first thing we're going to do is distinguish between entrepreneur and small business owners and a manager. So an entrepreneur is that individual, okay, who undertakes the risk, who starts the business, organizes the business, and they are the owners. A small business owner is also an owner, but he generally creates it to create jobs for themselves and others within their family. So they're more referred to as a mom and pop business. Entrepreneurship is that process that it took for you to start and operate your business. And a manager is basically an employee. Okay, so it can be an employee of that small business owner who coordinates people, processes, and other resources in order for the business to achieve success. A venture is the business undertaking involving risk. An opportunity is an idea that has commercial value, and you got to learn to seize the opportunity every chance that you get. And reasons that people pursue careers as entrepreneurs is the biggest thing is being your own boss. That is the biggest reward. Freedom to make your own business decisions. If you're working for someone else, you have to do what they tell you to do. You run your business like you want to run your business. Final word on all aspects of how that business is operated. Doing something you enjoy. You have a passion for what you're doing. It might be a hobby or skill that you're good at, but you have satisfaction from creating or developing that hobby into a valuable enterprise or business organization. And then it gives the opportunity to be creative. Most people who work for someone else is following their procedures, but entrepreneurs get to create their own. They're able to shape a business in ways that employees cannot. This is true with new, daring, or creative ideas. When an entrepreneur has a creative idea, they have the power to act on it. They also have the freedom to set their own schedule, the flexibility to determine their own schedule, options of working at home, at the business, or any other location that suits them. They have job security. As long as you're running your business like you should and keeping it running, you will have a job. Making more money, okay? So you work for a wage or salary, that's what you make. You may get a raise or a bonus. But as a business owner, if you put the time and effort in, as we've seen in the videos, you have a limited potential. Your potential of earning money is not limited. They're also recognized within the community because of their investment in the community, economic contributions, and the creation of jobs. So what are some of the personality traits associated with successful entrepreneurs? They are persistent, which means they're willing to work until a job is done, no matter how long it takes. A lot of entrepreneurs have a whole lot of sleepless nights. They're tenacious in overcoming obstacles and pursuing their goals. Creative. They look for new ways to solve old problems. Responsible. They are responsible for their decisions and actions. Inquisitive. They want to know as much as possible about whatever affects their venture. They conduct research and ask questions to solve problems. They're goal-oriented. They set and achieve goals. They're independent. They want to make their own decisions. And they have passion, which means they enjoy what they do so they can share their interest and enthusiasm with others. They're self-demanding. They have high expectations of themselves. They're self-confident, which means they believe in themselves. They are risk takers. They take the risk, but they are not reckless. They're restless. Once they achieve their goals, they begin looking for new challenges. They're action-oriented. They're doers as opposed to spectators. They set goals, make decisions, and act on their decisions. They're enthusiastic, energetic, and passionate about their pursuits. And not only do you have to have the personality to be that successful entrepreneur, you also need to have skills needed. Skills to achieve the entrepreneur success. And one of the biggest skills that you're going to need is communication, okay? Whether that communication is going to be person to person, telephone, or written. You also need to develop listening skills to build positive relationships and do accurate work. Math skills. They use basic math skills to budget, keep records, make decisions and calculations, and put together financial statements. And we will be working on financial statements, simple financial statements in Entrepreneurship 1 this year, towards the end of the semester. Problem solving skills. They need to be able to come up with logical ideas to solve problems. Solving problems requires creativity and thinking skills. Technology and computer skills. Computer skills are essential in almost any business, and the ability to understand and use technology is going to be important. Decision-making skills. They must be able to choose the best option from among many. Good decision makers know their values and are good at predicting the consequences of actions. And they also must be must have organizational skills and planning skills, which also requires logical thinking and good time management. Teamwork skills. They need teamwork skills to coordinate, manage work teams. This involves respecting others, being flexible, and knowing when to exercise leadership. Social skills. They need social skills to interact well with employees, customers, and vendors. And these social skills include both verbal and nonverbal behavior. Adaptability skills. You have to be flexible and adaptable because the economic environment is constantly changing. And then basic business skills. They should have a basic understanding of how the economy works and an understanding of fundamental concepts of finance, marketing, and management. Demonstrate procedures for assessing entrepreneurial potential. Okay, so there are things that you can do to assess whether or not you will, what your potential is as an entrepreneur. One is assessing your characteristics and skills. There are surveys that I usually do at the beginning of the class, that you answer some questions and then they rate you on your entrepreneur potential. I'm quite sure you can find some of these online as well. You can develop your profile, and the profile is just a set of characteristics or qualities that identify a type or category of person that you are. It is based on being a successful entrepreneur. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. You can continue to work at maintaining or improving your strengths. Another way to strengthen your entrepreneurial potential is to think and act like an achiever, a person with a record of successes. That is what an achiever is. You begin to act upon it and you can become it. You also can develop the foundation skills, and if these are your weaknesses, then take courses or classes to improve those skills. Set out to be the best at whatever you do. Set your sights on accomplishing the extraordinary. Write your goals down on paper. Pursue your goals with confidence and commitment. View difficulties as opportunities to learn and grow. You do not need to be an expert. However, you must develop the skills necessary to set up and run your business. Obtain employment in similar or related positions to improve and monitor your skills. So if you're just getting started, or if you right now as a young adult know what type of entrepreneur you want, it would be a great idea for you to go ahead and get employment in that field or do job shadowing. And what are the risks and disadvantages to becoming an entrepreneur? One of the largest risks is working long hours. They're normal for an entrepreneur, especially when they start up. Many entrepreneurs work 7 days a week from the time the business opens until it closes, and then they're still working even after that. They also have an uncertain income or irregular paychecks. Business owners make more money than employees, but only when the business is doing good and making money. Okay, so if you're not making money, you're not making a profit, then you're not earning anything. Business owners do not get a paycheck or benefits such as health insurance and time off for vacations. You pay out of pocket, or either you purchase your own health insurance. Another risk or disadvantage is being fully responsible. I don't know how that's like a disadvantage because we're always fully responsible for our actions, but the owner of a business is responsible for more than just decision making. They must make sure everything gets done. There is no one else to take care of tasks such as sweeping the floors, paying bills, making repairs, or other tasks in the business. The success or failure of the venture rests entirely on the owner, unless they have already started creating jobs for other people under them. Then you can start delegating. And then risking one's investments or risk taking. The biggest risk is the possibility of losing one's investment. The investment is the amount of money a person puts into their business as capital. Capital includes the buildings, the equipment, tools, and other goods needed to produce a product, or the money used to buy these things. Employees are not the one risking their money. You are, and your investors. Trends. This is important in entrepreneurship because you would know how to follow these trends in order to keep your business afloat and moving forward. The internet businesses. We know that new online businesses have emerged along with traditional businesses adding an online feature. So because of this pandemic, the internet online businesses have like exploded. So many have come up that I have seen. And then traditional businesses, you've seen a lot of companies, brick and mortar companies, that are closing their doors because of this pandemic. That's why it's important for you to stay ahead of the curve and start thinking outside the box when it comes to making money for your business. Service businesses. The dominant type of business in the United States economy, even if a company sells a product, they also have to provide a service to the customers, called customer service. Most small businesses are service businesses. Services are intangible things that the businesses do for their customers to enhance our lives. Examples include insurance, sports and entertainment, tourism, banking, real estate, dry cleaning, fitness centers, and accountants and tax preparers. Convenience products. A higher demand will most likely affect the growth of entrepreneur ventures like convenience products or services. So one of the things that you might have seen booming during this pandemic is Uber Eats, DoorDash. So those are convenience for people that don't want to get out in the pandemic. Delivery from your favorite restaurants. Some restaurants that didn't deliver before are delivering now. That's what we call convenience products and services. So the higher demand you see, that is going to affect the growth. Home-based businesses. They're conducted from the home and usually have lower startup costs. You might not know someone who actually has a home-based business because there's so many out there now that it's easy to get into. Socially responsible nonprofit businesses. Social entrepreneurs start a business in order to better society. They're focused on doing good. They often form nonprofit organizations. The business owner makes the profits, but the profits must be kept within the business. Some nonprofits also can qualify to be tax exempt. Examples of nonprofits that support specific missions include Feeding the Hungry, community theater groups, education focus groups, and building homes. And then focus on technology. So that trend is, of course, very popular. Entrepreneurs who know how to use technology to improve their business processes create a strong competitive advantage, enjoy a greater chance of success. And then outsourcing is also a trend that many companies are doing. So outsourcing is just you, as an entrepreneur, you contract with other companies for services. So for instance, if for my business, if I don't want to do like handle the accounting part, I can hire an accountant to do that for me. So most common types of outsourcing is business process outsourcing. That includes either accounting, human resources management. You can hire a employment agency to take care of your hiring for you. Benefits, payroll, and finance. The benefits of outsourcing: it allows greater efficiency, saving time and money. It decreases overhead investment or debt. It lowers regulatory compliance burdens. which means that you have a lawyer or someone who is familiar with the regulations that go on. They handle it, so you don't have to worry about it. It allows companies to start new projects quickly, and it makes companies more attractive to investors because it allows companies to direct more capital directly into money-making activities. Other trends include strategic alliances. This is one step beyond outsourcing. So it is forming a partnership with another company. So you join with a larger company to purchase items in large quantities or help support a product. For example, 3M produces tape and will look to smaller companies to provide the dispensers. So that's an example of a strategic alliance. Corporate ventures is a new venture started inside a large corporation. Large companies are finding that they must act like entrepreneurs to remain competitive. These are spin-off companies that parent company supplies resources to the corporate venture get started. Often a new corporate venture becomes an independent company. So in your research, you might find that Google is one of those corporations that allow their employees to, I think they have like a think tank box or something that employees can come up with ideas for their own business, and Google will support them. Reasons for failure. The overall cause of business failure is the lack of control on the part of the entrepreneur. Never leave total control of your business to your employees, even if they are professionals. You need to know what's going on in every area or aspect of your business. Remember, professionals are only there to advise you on what to do. The final decision lies in your hand as the entrepreneur and business owner. The first cause of business failures is high debt ratio. So it is what it is. You have a high debt, but not enough income coming in to cover. So they give you an example here. The definition, first of all, is the measurement of the percentage of total dollars in a business that is provided by creditors. You're looking at what you owe your creditors in comparison to what the business owns in assets. If you owe your creditors $59,000 and your assets, which is what the business owns, are $106,000, then your debt ratio is 55.6%. This means that 55.6% of what you own will have to be sold off to pay your creditors. The second cause, or the second highest cause of business failure, is high level of mismanagement. If your key staff lacks professionalism, then your business is in trouble. Since your staff are in charge of running the day-to-day affairs of your business, their professionalism should not be compromised for anything. Third reason, unexpected resignation of staff. This can really pose a threat to your business, so you must be prepared for it. In business, poaching is really a factor to deal with. That means that other companies are trying to steal your employees away from you. Inadequate inventory is the fourth cause of failure. So you have to have enough stock in order to keep your business going, okay? Selling products below cost price. The fifth cause of business failures, sometimes in businesses, cash crunch, fierce competition, or economic factors make businesses sell their goods below cost price, and this can ruin your business. So that break-even point that we saw in that video, Shark Tank video with the young entrepreneurs, you are going to learn that formula because that's the lowest that you need to sell your product for just to break even. So you know you got to mark it up to make the profit. Dwindling working capital. Depreciating working capital may be a result of unnecessary expenditures, too much inventory, and weak cash flow management on the part of the entrepreneur. Consistent negative cash flow, the seventh factor. Cash flow is to a business what blood is to humans. No business can survive without strong cash flow management. A solution to negative cash flow is to hire a professional accountant to keep a keen eye on your cash flow. Declining profit. If there is a downturn in profit margins due to competition or deflation, your business could be negatively affected. A solution to that is to increase your sales volume so you can make more profit on turnover, or better still, begin to diversify. Loss of market share. The loss of market share is the ninth cause of most business failures. If you observe you're losing your market share due to either competition, new technology, innovation, or trend, then this is a sign that your business is on the verge of being liquidated or sold. Inability to secure operational capital. Lastly, your inability to secure funds from financial institutions could lead to business failure. Raising capital is one of the most difficult tasks in business, but it's often said that where there is a will, there is a way. What can the government do to encourage entrepreneur development? Deregulate and reduce taxes. Reasons that entrepreneurs need to be aware of industry trends and technological developments. By observing the world around you and looking at demographic changes, the development of new ideas can identify a possible business opportunity or expansion of a current business. Popular trends such as health and fitness, ethnic diversity, and improving the economy can provide guidance in product development. Technology and industry trends can assist in the business operations. Recognizing new trends and to think creatively are essential for business success. And then for professional development or training opportunities for entrepreneurs, one of the key things is that you need to consider in regard to training, it has to be optimistic. You have to keep negative things away from you, your thought processes as you begin to start up your business. So optimism plays an important role. The type of training and education that entrepreneurs need depends on the nature of the startup business, and then training opportunities can be found at government agencies such as the SBA, the Small Business Association. I know I took a class on writing a business plan, getting how to get grants at the Small Business Association, but I don't know whether right now they are actually offering it virtually, but that is a resource that you can get in touch with when you get ready to start your business. Workforce development agencies, Chamber of Commerce, community colleges to improve skills, professional organizations, trade associations, internet programs, and mentor and relatives are all resources that can help you find training opportunities for you to develop yourself as an entrepreneur. That is the end of your notes for Objective 1.02.